Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot tell you how pleased and how flattered I am that you are here and are willing to give me a few minutes of time out of your day. Anyway, the championship games, wonderful. Only neither of them ended the way I wanted. The first game was Detroit, San Francisco. And I wanted nothing more than for Detroit to win and for the fans of the Detroit Lions to feel that exuberance that us Saints fans felt when Garrett Hartley kicked that ball through the uprights to send us to the Super Bowl. I wanted that so much for them. But it wasn't to be. It seems as though Detroit forgot that there were two halves in a football game. And even though late in the fourth, the game was still within reach for Detroit. And they come to a 4th and 3. Game is on the line for real. They have the choice to go for the first down or kick the field goal to even the score. Campbell went for the fourth down and didn't get it. That effectively was the end of the game, but I wonder, and I know many Detroit fans are wondering right now, what if he'd kicked the field goal and sent the game into overtime? What could have happened then? Anything could have happened then. Detroit could have won the game then and be the one going to the Super Bowl instead of San Francisco. Then, later on, I watched the AFC Championship game between Baltimore and Kansas City. Baltimore had their way for much of the first half, but as Kansas City found their footing at the end of the first half, Baltimore started losing theirs. And I had said to my significant other, who I was on the phone with during the game, that yeah, Baltimore is ahead now. And saying I like Jim Harbaugh as a coach. Excuse me, John Harbaugh as a coach. Say, but Andy Reid is going to make the necessary adjustments. And they're going to give Baltimore a hell of a fight in the second half. And that's exactly what happened. And as Kansas City came on and on, Baltimore got nervous and Lamar Jackson started pressing. And pressing. You know what pressing gets you in a football game. Instead of being patient and waiting for things to fold out in front of you, it gets you mistakes. It gets you interceptions. And it got Lamar 2 of those. Close the curtain. Kansas City and San Francisco, 2 red teams in the Super Bowl this year. And I'm going to tell you, I'm tired of Kansas City. I am. And I'm tired of San Francisco too. It would have been so delightful if 2 teams who had been there would get there. Now, I do understand that Detroit, as a legacy team in the NFL, has won NFL championships before. And Baltimore, who came from a legacy team. Remember, they are the former Cleveland Browns. Has also won NFL championships. And I believe they won a Super Bowl too back in 2012. But I digress. During the AFC Championship game, Michael Thomas was tweeting about Patrick Mahomes' vision, about how he was able to pick out the open receiver or the best receiver on any particular play. He said that as a dig at Derelict Carr. And yes, I called him Derelict. You want to know how to spell it? Derelict. That's his new first name. Thank you very much. And he went on to tweet about, yeah, he'd have got his 1,000 yards if he hadn't been throwing hospital balls and got injured and put on injured reserve for the rest of the year. Okay, Michael, he done pissed me off, and I'm going to tell you why. While I was ranting, raving, cussing, screaming, gnashing my teeth, and tearing my hair over Derek Carr being brought to this team, Michael Thomas was tweeting, "Thank you, Jesus. I'd like to take this thank you, Jesus, and beat him upside the head with it and stick it in his mouth." You's all for him being here. All for it, Michael Thomas. But now all of a sudden, and I ain't going to say it's all of a sudden, you did come to Chris Olave's defense against him when he threw him under the bus, and your freaking coach threw him under the bus along with him. You did come to his defense. I have to give you that. But anything else about Derek Carr not being this or not being that, Michael Thomas, you need to shut the hell up. You lobbied for him here. You asked for it, you got it, Toyota. Shut the hell up. That's all I have to say for right now, people. Again, thank you for being here and giving me a listen. Please like, share, subscribe, and drop me a comment or two on the page. Thank you so much again, and who dat?